Hey everybody, today we're going to be changing the oil on a Generac Guardian Generator. Here's what it looks like just so you can check it out with yours. And here's my particular model number. So what you'll notice is I always lay out everything to make sure I don't get halfway through the job and realize I don't have what I need to finish it. You're going to need 2 quarts of synthetic oil, probably 5W30. In this case I have some 10W30 laying around. It's not going to hurt it. It's actually better for colder seasons. You're going to want an air filter and then an oil filter. You may need a wrench or socket to take off the screws on the front of your hood. So in this case I've already loosened them up, one there, and then what you'll see is this entire front plate comes right off. You'll notice I had a grounded connection that I'm going to need to plug back in there and right there to that green wire. So I'm going to throw my screws in. You always want to drain the oil when it's warm. You want to make sure contaminants and anything else float from the bottom and get from the bottom and start floating in the oil, and the oil drains easier when it's warm. So we're going to go to manual, hold it down. Alright guys, so I let that run for about 5 minutes. Please make sure you put your indicator switch here back into the middle position for off. You don't want it on the left for auto, just in case. You probably know when your weekly run time is set, like mine's Saturdays at 9 a.m. But you don't want it turning on when you're draining the oil. Alright, next we're going to locate our drain line, which is here, this black hose. Undo it and bring it out into your oil drain pan. And we're going to unscrew that nozzle and let it start draining. I'll pick you back up here in a second. Alright guys, so mine was on there pretty good. I had to put a wrench on this inside and then a 17mm on this outside nut and was able to get it off. So you'll realize pretty quickly that this is going to drain slow. Don't lose your cap. And let it drain out. You might want to play with your oil pan and see if you can get a good angle to let it drain. And sometimes it's a good idea to go ahead and open the oil fill where we're going to put the 1.7 quarts back in and let that breathe a little bit. Alright, let's let it drain, and then we're going to tighten this back up after it drains. And next we're going to take the filter off. I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, this is still draining. It's going to take a while. So while that's draining, let's go ahead and do our air filter. Remove these 2 little yellow turn knobs. Take your filter out. Alright. Take your new filter. And put it in. What you're able to do also is replace this. I'm going to put this over the new one as well, just to keep big debris out. And I'll meet you back in a second. Alright everybody, I put that big debris filter over the outside of the filter, and I tightened my nuts back down on that. We're good to go. Surprisingly, we're still draining here, so let's go ahead and get set up for our oil filter. What we're going to do is take our piece of cardboard, magazine, plastic, whatever you have, and pretty much set it in like this, so that when you hand remove that oil filter, we're not going to make a mess on the bottom of your Generac housing there. Alright, I'm actually going to wait till we're completely drained, but I figured I'd show you that real quick, and then we'll knock it out. Alright guys, it ended up draining out all the way. I put the cap back on, tightened it just really easily with a wrench, and put my drain line back where it's supposed to be, neatly tucked underneath. These oil filters, I guess the technician that put this together was hoping a homeowner wouldn't be able to take it off or do it, but the little cap at the end of the line, as well as the filter, were on way too tight. So I have this tool here that spreads to catch oil filter caps, or oil filters in general, I should say. So you put it on, you turn it to the left. I've already loosened it, as you can tell, and it works really good. So I'm hoping that we can get underneath this enough to let the majority of the oil, yeah, there we go, kind of ride down that cardboard into our pan. All right, so do that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take it all the way off. Oh, made a mess. So don't do that at your own house. All right, in the meantime, let's grab our new filter. I've primed it. Generac doesn't say you have to, but make sure you get this seal nice and wet with oil, and just thread your new one on. All right, I'm gonna pause this and see you in a second. All right, so I got my mess cleaned up. I have my oil filter on. I'm gonna take my 1.7, don't pour too much in, quarts of oil, and dump it in to whatever kind of filter I have. You guys are seeing me make a mess all over the place today. And we'll see you as soon as it's full. Alright guys, got it cleaned up. Let's go ahead and let it start up, warm up just for another second, and check our dipstick, which is located here. Alright, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get everything put back together, but that's a messy job. It's harder to do one-handed than I thought. But how to change the oil and filter on a Generac. Make sure you check your dipstick at the end and let it start, and check your drain line and your oil filter. Make sure they're not leaking. Good luck guys, hope you save some money. Oh, don't forget to subscribe for more oil change videos, car videos, four-wheeler videos, things of that nature. Thank you.